Hi YouTubers, it's our next video right now, so it's going to be an hour pie tobacco review right now, and then we're non-live pie tobacco review, anyway, we're discussing right now basically this tobacco right here, it's going to be Sutliff Aromatic English. So this is a hybrid blend, so I've only had a handful of these hybrid blends. Basically what a hybrid blend is, or a aromatic English, or Aram English is basically a blend that has Latakia, and Latakia, I mean, for your information, just because a tobacco has Latakia does not mean it's an English blend. A English blend is a blend that comes from Great Britain or England. So anyway, back to the video topic. So a Aram English or English aromatic or crossover blend or hybrid is a blend that contains Latakia and some kind of flavoring. So it has, the Latakia, which is smoky and strong, like charcoaly, and also has some kind of flavoring like cherry or vanilla or rum apple, whatever. So anyway, this tobacco has a alcohol and liquor flavoring with the Latakia. So you first light it up, it's pretty hard to get lit. It definitely is pretty moist. It's kind of like somebody pissed in it a little bit. So definitely is a little bit moist, a little bit wet. So it would benefit from some drying out time. I'm not saying let it sit in the damn sun and let it mold. However, I would say let it dry out for a decent amount of time. It definitely has the typical aromatic-like taste. In this tobacco, I would say this pipe tobacco for a pipe, not rolling tobacco for the last damn time. I would say this is definitely more of an aromatic. So it's that typical like alcohol or liquor-like taste. It actually reminds me of the taste of kind of like maybe like a Kahlua or like a rum, that kind of taste, like a rum. And the flavoring of the tobacco with the Latakia. The Latakia is not very prominent, so very small amount of Latakia probably in this tobacco. This tobacco also has a lot of Cavendish, I think, so a lot of black Cavendish and Cavendish. So anyway, there is a little bit of tongue bite there from the sugar and the the alcohol flavoring, so it does bite the tongue a little bit. So it's not pain. My tongue doesn't hurt the next day. I don't get like canker sores on my tongue, but it definitely produces a little bit of irritation to the mouth. In terms of the room note, it's probably going to smell mixed. Aram Englishes or English aromatics tend to smell kind of mixed because some people like them. I mean, it still has that Latakia, which is that smoky campfire smell, which is strong. However, the flavoring in the tobacco, the flavoring, whether it's cherry or vanilla or whatever, does produce a nice smell. So it's kind of a mixed smell. So a lot of non-smokers will say, well, it's not perfect, but it's better than like an English blend or a Latakia blend. So anyway, it definitely, in terms of strength, there's not much strength there. Latakia has almost no nicotine in general, so basically no strength, no nicotine buzz. In terms of my overall opinion, just like my ass over has one, is it's not bad. So I've only had a handful of these blends. I've had Cross-Eyed Cricket by Cornell and Deal. I've had, let's see, a house blend called None of Your Business by Watch City Cigar in Massachusetts. I've also had, let's see, Silms Black, which is a German tobacco, and that Silms Black has like a honey flavoring with Latakia. So I believe this is only my fourth blend that I've had that's an Aram English. So I've only had a handful of them. And there's also a blend called the Bird and Baby's House blend, which is a chocolate and vanilla Latakia based blend, and that blend is a blend that Pipe Friend used to talk about a lot on YouTube, and also Pipe Lawyer, so he used to talk about that blend a lot. So the Bird and Baby's House blender, Chocolate Manhood. So I never tried that blend. Now, I think there's also a blend called African Queen or something like that, which is a Aram English, and but I've never tried those blends. So in terms of my overall opinion, just like my ass over and has one, is it's not bad. It's not a bad tobacco. It's pretty damn decent. So, probably give it a 6 out of 10 for rating. It's not terrible, it's not crappy, it's not shitty, but it's, at the same time, it's kind of, it does irritate my mouth a little bit. It definitely does burn pretty quickly. So, it's not the best thing in the world, but it's not crap either. So, anyway, 6 out of 10 for rating. Bye.